It's wrong the way owners of defective RVs are treated by the manufacturer. I'll expose some behind-the-scenes ugliness and some dirty secrets next. Welcome to the channel. I'm Liz. I have been RVing since the 80s and I make videos helping people who've had problems with their new RVs. As a consumer advocate, I've helped 6 owners of defective RVs get a buyback recently. And in today's video, I am going to expose the ugly side of getting a buyback. You would think just getting the buyback, you'd be home free, but no, it's actually not like that at all. First of all, what is a buyback? A buyback is company speak, RV industry speak, for getting a refund. And to even get to that stage, you've owned a new RV and you've been through an ordeal for months, and you're just like, okay, I give up, they need to take it back. So you've really been through the ringer, and what the company will typically do is say, no, we never do buybacks. It's not an option. Nope, not possible. We've never done it. We've been in business all these years, and we don't do buybacks. Well, that's what they're trained to say, when the truth is, if you, by some miracle, get a buyback, you will be asked to sign an NDA, a non-disclosure, basically a gag order. So if you happen to get a buyback, you're not allowed to talk about it. You're especially not allowed to talk about it on social media. So let's say you get a buyback and then you see a fellow RVer on your owners group. They have the same RV that you used to have, same problems, and they're like, help, I'm really having a lot of trouble. And the company says a buyback isn't an option. What do I do? Well, you can't step in and say, oh yes, a buyback is an option because I have one. So that is really, really frustrating, and I think it just makes the customers suffer more. The company is actually causing unnecessary suffering with the NDA. A big reason why I make these videos is to show you what's possible. I don't think a buyback should be a secret. I think you should know about it. And I actually know for a fact that people have been empowered by these videos and been able to get buybacks for themselves. And that's what I want, because there's only one of me. I can only help one person a week maximum. But by having this information, when a company tells you, oh no, we never do buybacks, you know they're lying, because you can say, look, I have proof you do buybacks. I have the same situation as what Liz showed in a video, so give me a buyback. Here's another ugly side of buybacks. Well, you've heard me say that I've gotten 6 buybacks lately, but you haven't heard the total, and here's why. The first folks that I helped, they said, hey, guess what? We're getting a buyback. Thank you so much, Liz, for making it happen. Then the next day, they call me and they say, guess what? I'm not getting the buyback unless you promise not to post the video. So like I said, they want to make buybacks a secret. I think that is wrong. And I learned from that. And from then on, when I recorded the interview, the first thing I had them say on camera was that they consent and agree to this being a video on YouTube. So then it comes to Robert. Robert had a Jayco Terrain, of course, like everyone, been through such a long ordeal with it, been very stressful. I was able to get a buyback for him. They told him, yay. Then the next day they come back with, well, Robert, you're not going to get the buyback if Liz posts the video. Robert calls me all upset. Can you imagine the stress? You would think your stress is over, but now they've ramped up the stress and they're trying to blackmail him. Basically, they're saying, if Liz posts the video, you're not going to get your money. Well, I was on the phone with Robert. I could feel the stress, and I said, Robert, I have to post these videos. These videos are empowering other people to get buybacks. Well, Robert's a great guy. He understood. He realized my position. And I said, look, worst case, if they try not to give you the buyback, well, I'll make another video and I'll say, look, they didn't keep their word. So Robert hung in there. It was a lot of extra stress, and it was extra unnecessary stress because, yes, he did get the buyback. Well, Jayco learned, so I give them credit because the next buyback that I got through Jayco was a $250,000 Super C, and they did not try to interfere with the video, so that's really good. But I will say that half of the buybacks that I've talked about, they have been pressured, they have been hassled. So I plead with the RV industry, if you're watching this video, stop making buybacks a secret. Just stop it. It's not helpful to the people. It's not serving your customers. And now you're probably sitting at home wondering, well, why is it a secret? Why is it a big secret? Well, earlier this year, I talked to Lee Tiffin. He's the president of Tiffin. And I was trying to get some help for some folks that needed their RV taken to the factory for repairs. He asked me not to post that video, wasn't even a buyback. And he said, I really don't want you to post it. There was a lot of pressure. I've done a couple videos about that, but there was a lot of pressure for me not to post the video. And I kept saying, Lee, you'll look like the hero because you're helping them. What's the big deal? Just let me post the video. And finally he said, Liz, I don't want the video to go out because then more people needing help are going to be flooding the company. And I was like, okay, I'm definitely posting that video because I want everyone helped. He was afraid of the floodgates opening. He was afraid of tons of people coming and needing help because he was showing that he was helping one. And I'm not picking on Lee. I think this is the entire RV industry. They are afraid to talk about buybacks. They are afraid for buybacks to be public because they're afraid of the floodgates opening and tons of customers coming forward and saying, give me a buyback. Now, can you imagine? What must it be like to work at a company where you know that you have so many unhappy customers that you can't even talk about helping one because you're afraid of the swarms that are going to be out there? I mean, how can you live with yourself? How can you look yourself in the mirror if you know you have lots of customers out there wanting help and you know that you have systems in place to deny that help? We need a lot of change in the RV industry, and that's what my channel is all about, is holding the RV industry's feet to the fire and bringing about change. And one change I think that needs to happen right away is the warranty. Why, for heaven's sakes, can you spend $50,000, $75,000, $100,000, or even $800,000 on a motorhome and get a 1-year warranty? How can you live with yourself if you're at an RV manufacturer and you work there, you're high up there, you're the president, or you're on the executive team, and you believe a year is the only length of time that you will stand by your product? That's it. 1 year. What does that say about your belief in your product that you'll only stand behind it for 1 year? Now, I just bought a new car. I spent like $40,000. I've got a 3-year bumper to bumper warranty on this $40,000 car, plus a 5-year powertrain, a 5-year safety, and a 5-year roadside assistance. That's on a $40,000 car. Why can't you do that on a $50,000 travel trailer? Doesn't even have an engine. Why can't you do it on a $7,500, $200,000, $300,000? That has to change. Let me know in the comments how long you think the RV manufacturer warranty should be. And here's another dirty secret of the buyback. When they buy back the RV, does it get scrapped? No. They fix it up and they put it back out on the market. This is another reason why it's so important to get an inspection, new or used. And I want to update you about charging for my services. I did a video a couple months ago and I asked you, should I charge? Thank you so much for your input. I have decided that becoming hired, that changes the whole dynamic. I don't want any part of that. So I accept and appreciate donations. If you want to donate, feel free. I'll have a link below, or you can join my Patreon community. One way you can help so much is to like, subscribe, and share. This will help grow this channel and grow the force that it is. Thank you for watching and stay tuned.